Oh, I guess I'm a little ahead of schedule, but that's okay. Yep, it does start at 9:15, and also interpreter, if there was anything that Amy contributes, which we don't have that plan today, I would go ahead and take that because I definitely know what the language is, but I don't think that should happen today. I don't believe. Do, 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 do. Hello, everybody. All right. We are just a little ahead of schedule. I got my stream up and running a little early, which is just fine. We are live streaming onto our LSA page here in the Baystate. I do feel like a radio announcer. I have to admit that this makes me feel it's the setup of my mic, I think, is the thing that really just solidifies it for me. We are a little in advance, so it's not quite 9:15. We have folks who are coming in and joining us now, and they are perfectly on time. I am just a little ahead of the game. Come in, come in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Michael. How are you? Welcome aboard. We have more folks coming in. Oh, Connie, thank you for coming and joining us. Welcome. It is 9:15. It is Thursday, September 17th. Can you believe it? The first half of September is already behind us. But we have many more days ahead of us. I'm so excited you guys have come out and joined us on a Thursday night. We are definitely getting a little taste of fall, and here in Massachusetts, we are not surprised, and we know exactly what's in store. A little bit of summer, a lot of bit of fall, and then rinse and repeat. So we're going to get all the crazy weather now. I'm hoping that everybody's doing well. If you do have kids who are in school, I know I do. We are just getting started. We had our first meeting tonight. So I know there's a lot of people with a lot of things on their plate. And so I just want to give you guys some love, a little shout out, and remind you that our business is for busy people. So just stick to the system. Remember that you have a team here that's supporting you, that's making sure that you know that your back is covered. You may feel like you're alone, but you know that you have all of us standing here behind you. I'm going to go ahead and get started with some of the celebration. What I love is I said, wow, this list seemed a little short, but actually it's 2 pages. We got 2 pages of names, which is always exciting to see, and what we're looking at is making a difference. And as you all know, but if you are new, maybe you don't, making a difference means that you've protected at least one family. And for us, that's the foundation. That's the building block that's going to change your business. Once you do that, you are now in business, right? You're going out, you're making sure that people know exactly what you have to offer. And we can see here some names that are coming up, and we're just updating it from week to week if we can. Technology as it is we're going to be as current as possible. So if you do find that you're not listed on a list, that's okay. Certainly just let me know, let Jim know, and we'll be sure to try to rectify that for the following week. So we're just a little bit asynchronous with the data that's coming out of Legal Shield and what's coming in. So we see Julie Gershon, Karina Stewart, EBS Insurance Broker, Fitzgerald, and Joanne Santime, Jim Tanner and Danielle Rousseau, Kwame Kessie, Jeanette Ocampo Welch, that's me, Bob Sheasley, Augustine, and I'm going to spell this last name, Ofori, last name Kyei, Ofori K, Amy Mahoney, Daniel Allaire, and Sharon Mendes. So we already have folks who are making a difference this month. Again, all that is it just takes letting people know what it is that you have, right? Like you're letting them know what the plan is. You're letting them know just that you are their person. You're their Legal Shield associate. And so when the time comes, they'll have you in their mind. We're going to move on to the next level, which is Performance Club. And you could see that these two levels are critical in our, not only in our state, but nationwide. You could see that just celebrating this means that people are moving their business forward. And another thing that's really lovely about the Performance Club is that once you've done 2 consecutive months of Performance Club, so 1 month right after the other, on the third month, you then get a bonus. And it's going to be, right there for you. And if you keep doing it, if you keep being on Performance Club, then the checks keep coming. You can't really ask for anything more if the checks keep coming, right? Like it's just a fantastic way to be able to celebrate your consistency, be able to celebrate your business, and you're really celebrating your community by saying to them, you matter to me. I want to go out there and I want to make sure you know what we've got. So again, we have Julie Gershon, Karina Stewart, myself, Jim Tanner, and Danielle Russo, EBS insurance broker, and Daquan Booker. So fantastic job. And I do know, I mean, we are looking at all the teams, but I do know that there's some people on my team who are making it, that they've made it already for that second month. So I can't wait to celebrate them next month and see what kind of bonus checks may have come in the mail. Now, we always talk about all the wonderful meetings, and I'm not going to go in too far into the fact that we just had the most amazing Super Saturday. So we already know that that's behind us. The knowledge that was dropped, the talent, just the wisdom. I mean, we could go on, and I know that we have and we will once again, because those Super Saturdays are just so chock full of information. But what we have coming up ahead, and it's just right around the corner, really, is our national leadership conference. And it's going to be online. People are getting their tickets. I know there was some discounted tickets. Now those tickets are $99. You can get them by going to our website, which is connect.legalshield.com/convention. Or and maybe, I don't know if you're aware of this, but inside your LS Engage, when you're during business hours, there's a little chat button up at the top. So if you don't know where to find information, you can always tap on that chat button and ask somebody at the headquarters. It actually sometimes is a little quicker. You can do other things while you're in your back office, but they'll be able to give you that link as well. I mean, we have it everywhere. It's very likely a banner right across the top of your LS Engage screen. But in the 9th and 10th, what we're seeing is, one, we're at record numbers. So people have been signing up, and definitely COVID has worked in our favor to be able to bring our communities together. And then they're just filling this event with knowledge, not just, they've actually done something very unique this year. What they've done is on October 1st, and I don't believe we have a slide about this, but please put this on your calendar, October 1st, at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, they're doing a special 2-hour leadership show. And what's happening is that leadership show is going to be focused on the incentives. And what that means for us is that once we know those incentives and we kick off our final quarter, right? Because it's the last 3 months, October, November, December, our final quarter, we could do something, what's called a 90-day run. So if you're looking for some momentum, if you're looking to do that big blast so that you can just really, launch your business, this is the time. October 1st is the right time. They're advising us to get sleep on the 30th of September, because October 1st, you're just going to be so pumped, so ready to go. And what's going to happen is we're going to get those incentives, already start working on it. And then the 9th and the 10th is actually going to focus on us. And I could not think of a better way to demonstrate leadership than to really look at who we are as people within this business. And I'm just so excited to see what they have in store, because every time there's something that's going on, it only gets better. Now, if you don't mind, I am going to just share one personal little thing for myself, if you don't mind. It's not a brag, but it's a joy. So I am a senior director, and I did not know that came with treats. And I'm someone who really I like presents. I do. But I got a certificate, and let me see if I can figure out how to do the lighting on this. I don't know if you can see this, but I got my senior director pin. I didn't know there was a senior director pin. So I'm just excited. It came with a certificate. I'm incredibly proud. I know that this effort is not something that's done alone. I know all of you out there are working hard. You're leveling up. You're also seeing your rewards. And I just want to say that it's so exciting to see the work that's happening out there, to watch Massachusetts really we're taking up space in a way that I think people had not predicted. And that's not because of me, that's because of you. That's because of all of us together really making a difference, really holding each other up. And, I just am so grateful for all of you to come every Thursday and start building our community, because it's the Zooms that's going to keep us together, and it's the Zoom that's going to make us successful. So I am so excited to introduce my partner in crime. We were talking about salt and hot sauce last week, and I'm not sure which one of us is the salt and which one of us is the hot sauce. You guys can vote. But as you know, Mr. Jim Tanner is not only our friend, is not only our mentor, but he's also an amazing leader here and nationwide. He has already achieved $200,000 ring, but I know that he's like minutes away from, I don't know, maybe 3, but I wouldn't be surprised if it were 4 or 5. And he's an author. He's written an amazing book. And, I usually pull it right out. I know my friend Amy has one. She just got one in the mail, and I've been already sitting on my glider on my porch, and there we go. We see that right there. Thank you so much, Amy. And what it is that he shares his wisdom, because this is the there you go, Michael, I see you got your book as well. We might need to do a little book club night. I think we just may need to, get together and talk about all the amazing gifts that are put in there, and the reflection. I mean, that's the time we're in. This is a place of reflection. So it is such an honor to get to be the salt to this hot sauce, or the hot sauce to this salt, the partner to Jim Tanner. Thank you so much for being here, and welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me go ahead and
thank you.
Going.
One thing I'm sure of is I am not the hot sauce. I'm certain of that. It's so great to see everybody. It's first of all, Joe, congratulations on getting your pin. It means a lot. And here's what I want you to do. Obviously, you're going to wear it at live events, but also when you're not wearing it, save the box. I learned you have to save the boxes. And then I don't know if you can see it, but I got them all lined up here on the wall. Make room is the point. Make room, because you're going to need some space, because they keep sending those. Executive director and bronze and silver and gold and platinum. They just keep adding stones to the diamonds to the pin and sending you new pins. It's pretty cool. So you're always going to have the level you're at, and you're always going to want to collect the ones to mark the miles on your journey. So
Thank you for
room on your shelf.
Thank you for both that advice and the soothsaying of looking to the future. Everybody, please start to plan your shelves now for all of the wonderful pins that you're going to get.
That's exactly what you do. And also, and one more brag for Joe, because she deserves it. What a great job you did at the Super Saturday testimonial with Mr. Don Thompson. We love that. It's so great to see you on there. Getting famous. Don't get so famous that you don't have time for us here in Massachusetts, okay?
You are hilarious. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You said something, we are getting noticed here, aren't we, ladies and gentlemen? People are noticing what's going on in New England, in the Northeast. I don't know if y'all know this, but the Northeast region of the United States, which is our region, and the Super Saturday event was for the Northeast region. And the reason Don Thompson was here is because we're all making it happen. And we finished the month of August, the #1 region in growth, in recruiting and premium growth in the whole company, except for Quebec. So in the country, #1, #2 in all of Legal Shield, which is pretty cool. Now, I almost never talk about that, right? I always come on here and I say to you, what we're here to build is your business, not the state, not the region. But I just want you to know that, success is knocking on your neighbor's door, even if it might not be feeling like it's happening at your house yet. I just want to make sure that you see that that's happening. People are joining Legal Shield in Massachusetts. I was told a whole bunch of times people don't do that, but they sure do, right? You are all sharing this incredible opportunity, and it's not miraculous. It's not a miracle. It's not luck. It's not chance. People need an opportunity. And the reality is they need this opportunity. We need them and they need us. And that's what I wanted to talk about this evening. Since Saturday, I estimate I've probably talked to about 1,000 Legal Shield associates. We had, it was just my honor. I was part of a Super Saturday event that Joe put on nationally. I spoke to Nola Fennessy's team on Monday night. I spoke to Big Business Solutions organization on Monday morning, and our team. I was on the Business Solutions Blitz wrap up on Tuesday. I think that was Tuesday. They're all blurring together. I'm not saying this to brag. I'm just saying that I get to look into the eyes of, and communicate with a lot of Legal Shield associates daily now. And here's what I know that we all have in common. And really what when they say success leaves clues, what that one thing is. And here's the clue, the key. If there is a key to success, it's this. The people that succeed in Legal Shield love their membership. They just love their membership. They love the opportunity, but beyond the opportunity, they love their membership. And I'm sure most of you already know my story, so I'll tell a quick version for the new people, but I owned this membership for a decade of my life before I ever saw the opportunity. I needed the opportunity the whole time. I just didn't see it. I didn't know about it. And I used my membership. And the first thing I ever used my membership for was I had a landlord that was keeping my $500 security deposit. And that was the first reason I called the law firm. The law firm sent him a letter, and he gave me my money back the day he got the letter. And he was a lawyer, right? This is the quick version of that. It's not a good story, but the point is, like, that set me on this course to say, wow, this is amazing. This is even better than what I thought I signed up for. And then I started to tell people about it, especially at my job, because the guy that sold it to me came into my job on my lunch break. So I especially told my other coworkers about it and said, you should have got this when the guy was here. You missed out. It's amazing. And so, what they would, back then, somebody would say, well, how do you get it? I say, I don't know who the guy was, but I would flip my card over. We used to have a card, not a nap. And it had the member services phone number on it, the toll-free number. And I said, well, just call this number and somebody will help you. And that went on for a decade of my life. And that wasn't just random people I worked with. That's how my mom got her membership. That's how my grandparents got their membership. And so many other stories like that. See, at the heart of what makes this opportunity work is that you would tell people about the Legal Shield membership, even if we don't pay you. You would do it for free because you love your Legal Shield membership. So when you start there, and I was just on a call, I talked about how that's our North Star at Legal Shield, the membership. And we don't have to disparage anybody else's opportunity, but there's just nothing like this. This is equal access to justice. This is a solution for identity theft when you become a victim, when it lands on your doorstep and you don't know what to do or who to call or where to start. You just tap an app. You talk to a fraud investigator and they get started on your case. When you're being treated unfairly and you can't get a refund and you're getting the runaround at your kid's school, an insurance company won't send you the check they owe you. You don't have to rant and rave and stomp your feet. You can just tap a button on the app and talk to your attorney, tell them what's going on, and they'll tell you what your rights are and what your options are and what they're willing to do for you. That's what we offer. That's what you and I are offering in the marketplace. That belief, that level of belief in the business supersedes, in every example I've ever seen in my life, sales skills. So in the book, I talk about how I don't believe that, even though our profession is called direct sales, I don't believe that this has much to do with traditional selling, because at the core, this is a product that we believe in, love, and use and would own no matter what. And then we tell those stories to people. We communicate the fact that Legal Shield exists. We educate. We tell our own testimonials about how it's helped us. And so we transfer our belief to somebody that had never heard of it before. I just don't see how that's sales, because to me, sales is where you need all these skills about overcoming objections and techniques on how to close, which really is a subtle way of saying how to get someone to do something that they might not want to do. So we don't teach any of those things, because ultimately we're looking for people that get it. They understand the value when we present it to them. And again, that's why at the center of everything we do is the membership and our belief in the membership. The second time I ever used my my own Legal Shield membership was I got pulled over. I didn't have a lot of money and I had a terrible car, had the kind of car that somebody with no money has, right? Like a beat up car, made a lot of noise, and I got pulled over in Mechanicville, New York, and I wasn't speeding, but everything else that they said was true. I promise you. I mean, the car wasn't inspected because it wouldn't inspect. I was just coming home from work late at night and just, like most days, trying to get through the day. So I got a bunch of tickets, including a speeding ticket, and I called Legal Shield, and they sent the former district attorney with me to traffic court. And I didn't know who he was. He had recently gone into private practice, but the judge knew who he was. The officers in the court knew who he was. And I was 19 years old, and everybody was looking at me like, who's this kid with this incredible, powerful attorney? And we went first. We walked right up to the front because the judge said, if you have an attorney, please come forward, because they respected the attorney's time, not my time. I was just a kid that took a half a day off to go to traffic court, but they respected his time. We walked to the front. He said some things I don't understand to the judge, and then he told me that I owed some fees for the court and that we were free to go, and that the tickets were all forgiven, and the speeding ticket became a non-moving violation. We walked out of there, and again, I felt like, instead of having the world crush me, push down on me, keep me in a position of weakness, I felt power. Those feelings are so much more effective than sales skills. And I think there's so many people that think, well, if I was just a better salesperson, if I had just spent the last 30 years in real estate or insurance or whatever, then I would be better at this. It's just not true. Also, when you recruit people, and I hope you do, that have been in professional sales for 20 years and 30 years, you have a duty to them to communicate this. This is what we do is unique. This is not transactional selling. Even in business solutions, where you might think it is, where we go to companies and we talk to the HR manager or the business owner, we call that a decision maker meeting, and we explain to them the benefit, and then we come in and enroll their employees in Legal Shield and ID Shield as a voluntary benefit. Even in that space, it is still at its center a Legal Shield associate that believes in their heart in the power of the membership, uses their membership and loves it, and communicates that to the HR manager, to the business owner, and explains that and helps them see how their own employees could benefit the same way we benefit. And again, I just don't see that as sales. So why do I want to say all this to you? Because we are at this monumental time in Legal Shield. There's always been what we call in the US the American dream. I refer to it as the entrepreneur's dream, right? Be your own boss, make your own money, call your own shots, come and go as you please, live your own life, take care of your family, spend time with your family. Very different than the grind that most people do, the rat race. And there's so many people right now, more than ever, that are waking up to the fact that they need something that's not the grind, that's not the rat race. Even though all of a sudden a whole bunch of people are working from home, they're realizing that working from home for a boss is not the same as working from home for yourself. Because when you have a boss and they're logging your keystrokes and your mouse movements, and you're checking in through some device on the computer, and you're in 9 Zoom meetings per day with your boss and other people to make sure you're working, what they're finding is they're even more micromanaged while they're working from home. We're talking about real freedom, a real entrepreneur's dream, unlimited income, total time freedom. So the reason I wanted to talk about the membership at the center of that is because there's more people looking for an opportunity than there's ever been. And here's what most companies, opportunities, the representatives are doing that are trying to recruit. They're talking about the money. Listen, we make great money. I mean, hundreds of our families have become Millionaire Club members. We've got over 10,000 people that are actively earning residual income. So the money is exciting, but the mission is what matters. Because I've learned that if you recruit somebody through the excitement of the money, what ultimately happens is somebody will promise them somewhere else that it will be 5% easier and they can make $1 more doing something else somewhere else, and you'll lose them. So I want you to keep at the center of all of your communications with people the power of our membership, because it's a win-win. Now, I'm not saying that you have to sell them a membership before you share the opportunity. I'm saying that while you're sharing the opportunity, keep the membership at the center of what we do, because by doing that, the integrity of what we do will come through. If you're just talking about the money, you're going to get questions like, well, how much money have you made? And if you're new, you don't want to hear that question because it feels like an attack on you, and then you tend to sound defensive. And that's just a tip for everybody. If you're hearing from a prospect, a friend, or somebody, and they're saying, well, how much money have you made doing this? That means you're not talking about the membership, the power of the service, the power of what it does, because the opportunity makes perfect sense if the membership makes sense. And if the membership doesn't make sense, then the opportunity doesn't make sense. So kind of take an inventory of yourself. And, this is just some plain talk from me this evening, because listen, we're going to recruit more people than ever before, but I want to keep them. Don't you? Like, I don't want to recruit a whole bunch of people that then, 90 days from now used to be in our teams, because that's not good for them. It's not good for us. It's not good for the company. It's not good for the members. It's not good for the attorneys. I think now's the time more than at any other point to say, not slow down, and don't ever hear to slow down, because I'm not saying slow down. I'm saying stay grounded to what it is we do. Equal access to justice. Stay grounded to what it is we offer, and tell Harlan Stonecipher's story. Make sure you're getting people in front of this presentation and they understand that at the heart of what we do is we protect families. We help people with our services. And so that's my tip number one. And then I'll just offer another tip, because I'm talking about all of the people right now that are looking and open. Maybe I got a couple more tips, but let me just talk about this one thing. Here's what people need. People seek, say this carefully, people seek out, when they're looking for new ideas, a way to solve their problems, they seek minor improvement, right? They seek like extra income. That's what I was doing when I got started. I was seeking extra income. They're seeking minor improvement, but we can offer them radical change. So introduce all of your new associates to the top income earners in your team. Make sure everybody that you bring on, while you're helping them get started, it only takes 5 minutes. Put them on the phone with someone who's earning 6 figures per year. Put them on the phone with someone that's become a millionaire in this company. You've all got those people in your team, and they want you to call them. I know many of you think they don't want you to call them, or that you don't deserve to because you're just new, or you haven't done as much as you think you should have done yet. They want that call. I want that call. I want to talk to every new associate that I can. It's not always, it doesn't work out every day like that. I would love to talk to every brand new associate in my team, because I want to tell them my story and I want to hear their story. And that is the case with every Millionaire Club member, every 6-figure ring earner in your organization. They want to pour back into everybody. I promise you. And by doing that, you can show people that they can have improvement, right? They can start to earn extra income, but also that if they wish to, through this incredible business opportunity, they can have radical change. Like I did. I went from delivering furniture all day and working at the mall at night to becoming a millionaire in America. Now, I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying it to point out that this is the vehicle that did that, that allowed me to do that, because I wasn't afraid to work hard, but I was working hard doing the wrong things. And here's my final tip. And Joe, I'm going to give you the last word on this. So I just want to give one fundamental. So what do we talk about so far? We talked about keeping the membership at the center of everything, right? Make sure that the membership is at the center of your communications, so that people understand that you are ethically growing your business so that we can protect more families, because that is the mission, not just to recruit somebody so that you can make overrides off of their sales. That's the byproduct of recruiting. We're opening the door for new people to become entrepreneurs and to start their journey. And love your membership and use your membership, and then keep that at the center. That's number one. Number two, yes, people want improvement, but get them in front of radical change. Get them in front of the top earners in your team. Share the stories of people just like them that started in Legal Shield, just like they're starting in Legal Shield, and show what they've been able to accomplish. Okay. And here's number three. people more than any at any time ever. So I'm going to get a little fired up about this one because this is ultimately how Legal Shield changed my life. People want to escape the rat race. Remember, I talked about at the beginning, I said people are waking up. They're waking up to the fact that they don't want a boss, that they don't want to trade time for money. And when they're waking up to that, they're going on the internet and they're looking at what their options are. They're reading books like I did when I grabbed a copy of Rich Dad Poor Dad. They're seeking information. And the information that they're seeking is how they can escape the rat race. And by definition, escaping the rat race, there's a formula for this. And I'm going to teach you the formula right now. And the formula for escaping the rat race is to get your passive income greater than your monthly expenses. Passive income greater than your monthly expenses. So it isn't just about making more money. If you increase your income, but then you also increase your expenses, you're not escaping the rat race. We all know people that make great incomes, but they don't have any extra money. They have a bigger house, they have fancy cars, they go on a lot of vacations, but they can't ever not work. We all know those people. I know those people. They work 80 hours a week and they've got everything that from the outside looking in you would think that they would want to have. And then silently, there's a whole nother group of people who've understood how to escape the rat race. And they've kept their expenses in check. And this is something I'm so grateful to my mentor, Mr. Mark Riches, because he taught me this early on when I did not have a good relationship with money because I grew up middle class and I didn't understand how money worked and I didn't understand investing and compound interest, any of those things. And he knew that. And he helped me to understand, don't increase your expenses. As a matter of fact, when we got our $100,000 ring, my wife and I were sharing one car. We didn't have cable TV. None of the stuff that people spend money on. And I'm not saying don't enjoy your life. I'm just saying the secret to escaping the rat race. I want to talk about financial wellness too with everybody. The secret to escaping the rat race is to get your passive income greater than your monthly expenses. What's passive income? The residuals from your existing members that are paying out, the overrides from your team of professional producers, people that are effectively out there actually protecting families and earning income for themselves and earning overrides for you. That's the money you're earning off sales that you didn't make because you have leverage. That's passive income. Now, here's why that's so important. When you get to the point where all of your expenses on the monthly basis are paid by passive income, meaning income that is not tied to any of your daily activities, then how much time do you have to go earn more money, to build your business bigger, to find more people for your team, to help your new people get started? How much more time do you have to earn more money when none of your time is associated with earning your money? You have all of your time. And more important than that, you can put your time where your heart is, into the movements that matter to you, into your family and into your friends, into your community in ways that it matters to you. So have a goal, not just to earn a whole bunch of money with your Legal Shield business, but to build a passive income stream while also being responsible for not raising your standard of living faster than the income is coming in. And you too will escape the rat race, and so will the people that you bring onto your team. And the reason that's so important to know now while you're recruiting is because the speed of the leader determines the speed of the pack. And if you do this, if you escape the rat race, you'll have a team of people that follow in your footsteps as well. Joe, I think we got a great group of people here. I'm going to turn it back over to you for your final thoughts.
Thank you so much. Always amazing. And it is I just was listening to you, going like 1, 2, and 3, right? So 1 is the membership at the center of what you're doing, what you're saying. It's the center of that connection. And it's that reminder that, if that we're doing good and that we're allowed to do well. And for me, again, looking back at how our company is even seeing it, to say, let's separate the incentive from the leadership conference. Every people are looking for answers, right? And I think that we are wishing that there was like one list, one answer sheet, like a scantron that's filled in and tells us exactly what to do. And there isn't one for life. But what's interesting is that there is one if you're feeling lost in your business. And maybe you've seen this before, maybe you're following it every day, but all of the things that Jim just talked about is exactly about what our business has to offer. Here we have foundational, commitments to ourselves that are actually bringing us into that business person mind, right? Changing us from just a person who uses a membership into a business owner. And so the things that we're doing, when you look at the big picture here, this is the list you've been looking for, right? This is the list you've been looking for. You start the day right. You stay connected. You do the 2 exposures. You attend your, not just this meeting, which is a statewide one, but your weekly, your weekly business meeting with your guest for that, not only for them, but also for you to be even inspired by the what it is that we're doing here as a company. Investing in yourself, that to me is critical. And that's what I'm so excited about our upcoming leadership conference, because not only are we needing to do that every day, but really they're doing it with us as well. They're saying that we are prioritizing the you in it all. Our super Saturdays, our international conventions, again, what we're doing is we're continuing and propelling the belief. We're retaining our members. And that again goes back to what Jim is saying about, the membership is at the center of everything. Because if you believe in your product, if you've used it, then that belief is going to transfer to your folks. Here, and this is critical, getting a workout partner. And then we see the double your business a year from now. But the workout, the things that came to mind in listening to Jim today is, I becoming a business person isn't just about paying the $99, right? It's not about a label. It's not even about this really cute pin, this beautiful pin that I'm super happy about, right? Like that's not what makes me a business owner. A business owner is about us individually, is about what's happening inside. And depending on your life and depending on the things that are going on there, I often talk about the belief, right? So we have that belief in our service and our membership and what we're doing here, and we're transferring this. But if we don't have a belief in ourselves, if we have an opposite belief about ourselves, then when we're doing that transfer, it's coming out. So maybe you're hitting a wall. Maybe you're feeling like you're not successful. But the question is, are you using the tools? And when you're passing that belief, what are you really passing? Like what is happening on the inside? This is a relationship business. This is about stories and how we actually activate the opportunity. It's about not only just knowing your rights, but feeling that you're worthy to have your rights protected. And that's posture. That's confidence. That's the thing that's going to shift the needle where somebody's like, whoa, like you're really what? And you tell your story. And for those of you who are new, or maybe you don't yet have a story, maybe the story is that you're just going to call the attorney tomorrow. And you may not ask a question. You might say, you know what, it's been a little while since I've called. Can you just run me through how it is that this works and just hear from them? I'm telling you that one activity is going to break that wall down. The other thing is, do you have your will? Do you have your will? So many people don't have their will. That again is just such a tangible proof of concept, proof of what it is that we're doing here. I'm just trying to see if I had a couple other notes. Oh, and then what I was going to just also throw in there is someone, I mean, we know that we have our renowned author here with his new book out there, but also Go Pro by Eric Worre. I just put the name in the chat. Someone turned me on and said, hey, he's on YouTube, just like listen to that. And what he's doing is he's just going through the fundamentals again. So someone mentioned that they've been an associate for a while. I hear you. Believe me, I hear you. It took a while. It took a while. It's okay. We got you. We've got you. Keep coming. We've got you. Listen to Jim. Listen to Mr. Worre. Show up at some places. Find that fire, because we've got you. We do. And with that, I want to just say thank you so much for showing up every Thursday night. We are we're doing it. We're bringing Massachusetts together. When I heard that we were number one, I was just like, whoa, that's fantastic. And you guys are showing up. And that's part of the secret too. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for watching this. If you're watching it on the replay, thank you for showing up next week. Come back. Bring your new associates with you. Make this part of your culture because we've got you. As always, it's Joe Welch. I'm signing out, and I'll see you guys next week.